Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the men's room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the men's room.
And away we go. Welcome to show number 2725. Along with Steve the Throw Hill, the Ted Smith, Robin Fox, and my cock. And you are in the men's room. On tap today, once again, we play Big Dummy. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has American foods the rest of the world has not tried. Like the delicious Baconator.
Only Mozambique.
Noah Sherlock is back. Get ready to play Profile This. Plus headlines, the men's room shot of the day, fun listener emails, and everyone's favorite TV time with Ted.
Click, clack, drinking to drunk.
All right, here we go to Florida, where cops called as a man was swinging a long penis-y thing in the air. American Airlines, they have thousands of pilotless flights for the holidays. That is, if you dare. Cleveland Browns fan receives permit from city to throw an 0-16 parade. Wisconsin sells 10 hunting licenses to infants so a deerskin onesie can be made. And the daredevils who jump from a mountain and into a plane, soon to jump straight into a coffin. That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. Here's how it works. You call us, we spin the category wheel. Ted, that would be it. There you go. Ted's preparing for meat and potatoes later. He's a little distracted. Forgive him. But we spin the category wheel, and then we'll ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. To date, our biggest dummy ever. It's a 2-headed monster. One part the lovely Kimberly, the other part the equally lovely Eric, both of whom defied the odds and found a way to answer 19 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Of course you can. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
Be a contestant to play Big Dummy. Call 844-999-OLA. You can like The Men's Room on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live. And send those emails to themensroom@mensroomlive.com. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Welcome back to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
All of it, y'all, and away we go. Welcome to show number 2725 with a large and in charge program we have for you today. The return of Noah S. Sherlock, and the head chef is in the house, Ted's Meat and Potatoes, as American foods the rest of the world has never tried. Foods that are exclusively unique to the United States and very rarely do other people around the world get a chance to sample them. So that's coming up, kind of like the Wendy's Baconator conversation we were having yesterday with the fine folks from Mozambique. We said that had to be exotic based on the fact that
no doubt
there's nobody there that we believe has ever had a Wendy's Baconator.
I'm saying not a single person in Mozambique has ever had a Wendy's Baconator.
So we've got
According
more of
to
that.
your theory, there's one guy sitting around a fire at night being like, yes, I had the Baconator.
Yes, well, he's famous.
Right.
I mean, like, everyone wants to know the story.
Guy. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you gather around, people are sitting down, and he's just holding court.
It's like campfire conversations. We'll drink and toast with a shot of the day coming up, and today is the day we play Big Dummy. When we do play Big Dummy, we always do a little men's room poll. The last time we did a poll, we've done a few tattoos and piercings. We basically gave you the option of, if you had to have one, would you take getting your tongue pierced, get engaged ears, a forehead tattoo of whatever variety, or your ex's name on your neck. Now, believe it or not, X's name on the neck didn't do too well, although it did get some votes. That came in at number 3. It was a tie for 2 between gauged ears and a forehead tattoo. Most of you said if you could do any of that, you probably would stick to getting your tongue pierced. And that was a clear winner as far as the contestants on Big Dummy. Now, on this week's Men's Room poll, this is going to be an interesting one, and it's one that you got to think through a little bit, I believe.
I'm still struggling with this.
Now, let's just assume, and this is completely impossible, but it's a hypothetical, that you were to maintain the same partner for the rest of your life. All right? So you have the same partner.
It's impossible.
It is. I mean, we're not.
Hypothetically.
This is completely hypothetical. Completely hypothetical. With the exception of Steve's parents, completely hypothetical. And it is. But
Mike's parents.
Okay, Mike's parents, it's completely hypothetical. Other than that,
they're the exception that proves the rule.
They are really.
Aunt Barbara, Uncle Tammy.
Are they married forever?
Yep.
Good for them, man.
Uncle Phil, Aunt Lib.
That is awesome.
Hypothetically.
Yeah, this is hypothetical.
I like the way you said, if you can maintain.
You can do it.
Maintain this relationship.
Think about that.
You can tolerate this son of a bitch for the rest of your life.
But there's a hiccup in the plan. All right.
No, it's not a hiccup, Miles.
It's not a hiccup.
This is your life partner you're talking about,
now,
man.
They have one of these 4 things, okay? They either have a stutter, where they're going to stutter all the time, all right? The second choice is they have a lisp. Mm-hmm. The third choice is a hair lip. And the fourth choice is that your partner is going to be cross-eyed.
Yeah.
So you have to pick one that you're willing to stomach and deal with the little hookup there.
Every day for the rest of your life.
Every day for the rest of your life. So is it going to be a stutter? Is it going to be a lisp? Is it going to be a hair lip? Or is it going to be a cross-eyed partner?
The hair lip's out. Like the hair lip's out, and then I thought lisp, but then, and look, if you have a lisp, sorry, man, but certain things are just really unsexy.
We whistle.
I'm going to fuck on that. We're going to have sexy time tonight. Like, it just, for me personally, maybe that's fallow, but I just can't do it. And I know I couldn't do it. Like, I just want to fuck on it. Show me your good stuff. Like, it doesn't matter how effectual it's trying to be. Well, like, it just, for me, it just, so I think I'm going cross.
I know that people can't overcome stuttering. It's one of those things that, that you know,
you can, but in this case, your partner's not.
Right, they're not going to do it.
It ain't going to happen.
But I was saying, like, I feel like you would always be trying to help and finish the word or finish the sentence just so that they can continue on with their conversation. So I feel like it would always be like you were giving them an assist on speaking, and I don't know if I could mentally train myself not to do that.
To stop doing it.
Yeah.
But you still want to get to the point. So you're like, just Friday. Okay, so what's happening on Friday?
Yeah, I knew a guy that stuttered, and he would just pause.
Yeah.
Okay.
Instead of stuttering, because he was embarrassed of the stutter.
Well, sure, but
it was very hard to talk.
But he knew when to stop, so he could try to reset himself and get it going. And then, of course, we have a hair lip. I don't know if you know what a hair lip is, but take a look at it there. Google a hair lip if you've never seen one. If not, it's...
Google a hair lip. That sounds like a euphemism. Hey, girl, I'm going to Google that hair lip later.
And, of course, cross-eyed. We threw that one in there because it's, I don't know if one of my, a friend of mine who worked with for a number of years, he is cross-eyed. And Sometimes, yes. And it's one of those things, it's very open, and I'm like, hey, man, your eye's going over there. And he's like, is it? I'm like, dude, tell me, like, this is like...
So he doesn't know when is because I would think your field of view would just change. Just basically, because you know how far that thing moved over.
He told me some things that I thought were pretty funny at the time. He had some good jokes about it.
Sure.
He's like, well, look, man, every movie I go to is IMAX. And I never really thought of that.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, you know, you're right. Every picture I take is a panorama.
Right.
All right.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, there are advantages. So our men's room poll today: for the rest of your life, your partner has either a stutter, a lisp, a hair lip, or is cross-eyed. All right, let's get this going. The game is Big Dummy 844-999. Ola, who is our first contestant, ready to play the game?
By the way, just some comments pouring in as we talk about the 4 choices today. Says easy, a lisp. Stuttering would drive me crazy, and I never look at a cross-eyed girl. And hell no to the hair lip. Then it says stutters can be cute, even endearing.
All right.
Someone else says the hair lip. That's what mustaches are for. But if it's a woman, I'd rather deal with a hair lip than her mustache. What's the difference between a hair lip and a lisp? Well, a lisp is just specifically how it is they're speaking. A hair lip, physically, you can see it on their face when someone has a hair lip.
And oftentimes that leads to a change in vocal.
Sure, but when someone has a hair lip, you know they have a hair lip because you're looking at it. The lisp, I don't care who you are.
A hair lip kind of sounds a little more like this.
But a lisp always takes you by surprise.
Oh, yeah.
No one looks like they're going to have a lisp, and you don't know. And we've interviewed people, and we shall not say names, but we've interviewed people. You know, people come in, you meet them, they're nice, they're great, they're fine. And you realize this dude has a lisp. And so for the duration of the interview, all I can hear.
Well, that's why you make fun of Shannon Sharp.
I do not make fun of Phantom Thought.
If you were to interview Shannon Sharp, which I have a few times, you would not make fun of Shannon Sharp.
Hell no.
My God.
Look, I already told you, if he ever asked me and said, hey, man, I heard you might be saying some stuff about me and making fun of how I speak, I'd be like, dude, it was not me. I have no problem telling you right
But
now.
I have all these audio recordings of you doing
That wasn't me.
Yeah.
That's the radio dude. That's that dude,
God,
Miles.
man. Shannon Sharp is just absolutely...
He's huge.
And he's probably still as chiseled now as he was then.
He's more
Oh,
chiseled than me. All I need to know, that dude would kill me.
Okay.
Hey, you can borrow some yak and a black.
Go ahead. Say something. Say something now, stupid.
Skip. Big Dummy is a
Skip
game.
Bailiff.
844-999. Ola, who is our first contestant ready to play the game?
He's going to beat my ass one day.
He is. I'm going to watch.
Hello, Jessica. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Hello, Jessica. How are you?
I'm well. How are you guys?
We're doing great. Jessica, are you sober or not sober?
Working on not sober.
All right. Welcome to the show. Okay, Jessica, our men's room poll today. For the rest of your life, your partner has a stutter, a lisp, a hair lip, or is cross-eyed. Where are you going?
I'm probably go with the stutter because my boyfriend, I mean, he doesn't really have a stutter, but sometimes, gets caught up on words, but it's hardly noticeable, so I'd probably lean towards that. But then cross-eyed could be cute, too. You never know.
Who's a cute cross-eyed person you can think of? I know the exact. I'm just saying,
I was
like a
basing it off animals,
celebrity.
really.
The most famous cross-eyed person?
Well, I'm just saying, like a celebrity, right? Like you can meet someone who's cross-eyed and go, man, that is a hot person. Not that, but I mean someone that universally is known.
I'm
trying to think off the top of my head.
I hate to say this, who I think it is.
Who?
Because they're famous for all the wrong reasons. But I'm telling you, I think the...
Paris Hilton?
No, it's that...
You're right. She's a little googly-eyed, man.
It's the jackass down in
She
Florida.
is.
A jackass down in Florida.
Zimmer...
Oh, God, yeah. Robert
Zimmerman.
Zimmerman.
I'm glad I can't remember his name, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah. I just,
Yeah, he was
either
a
that
little-
or his eyes were real close together. There was just something about him that, I mean, obviously, other than his actions,
Other than being a murderer.
right, that did not look right.
Right. Okay, how about someone that is
But that's the most famous-
mostly liked?
I know,
who's
but I can't-
cross?
there's
There was
no-
Marty Feldman back in the day.
But
the only roles he ever got was specifically to be.
But that wasn't because of being cross-eyed. That was because he had like a thyroid issue. So his eyes were bulging out of his head. They weren't
And
necessarily
crossed.
But he did that as a gag on top of the eyes. Like they weren't always like going in
So
different
he
directions.
did that for characters,
Right.
but not okay.
Sure.
All right, here's your question, Jessica. In what year did Facebook launch?
Let's see. Kind of taking a guess here. I wasn't on Facebook right away when it first came out, but I know I was in my 20s mid-20s when I joined.
You
so
know
I'm
all
gonna
of that, but do you know what year?
2005?
Ooh,
2003?
2004.
Okay. I'll say this. Here's one.
But wait a minute, wasn't it? It was already in colleges, though.
It was but when it launched.
All right.
So when it went, well, not public as far as offerings, but back then you could upload only one photo. There was no messaging, there was no wall, and no status updates. In other words, your friends were actually your friends.
Little public service announcement here. I got this the other day on my phone. It was a text to me from, quote, Facebook that said I had put up an inappropriate post. And then I needed to take that down. And so there was a link to kind of press to get into Facebook and log on. I don't have a Facebook account, just so you know. So there's a phishing scheme going on. So I'm sure you probably seen
we
that.
don't have a Facebook account.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, by the way, we did famous people that are cross-eyed. Mm-hmm. And there's some obvious ones that we've missed. So let's Forrest Whitaker, or Forrest Whitaker, that's for Castle. Stuart Scott when he was alive. Someone asked, is Daryl Hannah cross-eyed?
Stuart Scott got hit by a football.
Yeah, but he was still cross-eyed by the time you saw him. Like, whatever the
lazy
reason.
eye.
Right,
Yeah,
lazy.
it was lazy.
All right.
Well, that's kind of...
Someone said, is Taylor Swift cross-eyed? I don't know.
I don't think so.
And Lucy Liu is slightly cross-eyed. I'm just saying Lucy Liu's cute. All right. There you go.
All right.
Yeah, I guess Forrest Whitaker would be the probably the most famous of them all.
Washington.
Yeah, he's awesome though.
He has to be a good actor because he's not
like
there for his
awesomely.
looks.
Yeah, he's awesomely creepy.
He
I
even
had like a stroke or something.
did he? Oh, see, never those guys.
Oh.
No,
Man,
I think
I hope not.
he's just creepy.
Stroke or not, he's a creepy son of a. He gonna kill you. He gonna kill you.
My brother gonna ask.
He gonna kill me. He gonna kill us. All right, here's your question. Victoronics, that's the company behind the Swiss Army knife. They've been around since 1884. So multiple choice question. How many employees have they laid off in their 133-year history? 0, 1, 20, or 100?
20?
0, I'll say.
0.
0.
They've been around for 133 years. They've never laid off.
Swiss Army's going strong.
That explains it.
It really does.
All right, we have another multiple choice question for you. The movie A Christmas Story. It's actually based on some short stories that were originally published in what magazine? Vanity Fair, New Yorker, Playboy, or Reader's Digest?
Reader's Digest.
Playboy?
Playboy.
Oh, man.
Yeah, Playboy.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Next time you see little Ralphie, I want you to remember that.
Yeah, creepy.
In between looking at boobies, they said, I have an idea for a movie. By the way, we just got confirmation Forrest Whitaker did not have a stroke. He just has a lazy eye.
Okay.
Oh, okay, my bad.
I don't think
I mean,
he's
think
a
about
suspect, but I do.
I wonder if there's a love song about looking into your lazy eye.
She's my lazy eye girl.
I didn't do much Sunday. Lazy eye day.
All right, your question. What rock guitarist played the solo on Michael Jackson's Beat It?
You know what the dumbass did, too?
Van Halen?
Oh, you're very good. Very good.
got it.
Yes, that's right. Not only that, but he said, no, I'll do it for free. I don't need any money. Mm-hmm. That's honestly the truth. He said, I'll just do the
No,
thing
that's
for a
why it
favor.
came up again recently, because he's bitching about it now.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's
okay.
like,
all right.
He's not mad at Michael. He admits that he did it as a favor, but he's like, man, I did not collect any royalties from it. So, and obviously the song went on to be huge.
He wrote the riff.
But now that Michael's dead and just how much more money the estate made because everyone rushed out to buy his stuff, like, and the thing is, it's Eddie Van Halen, so I don't feel bad. Like, if he was pumping gas in Oregon and that's his story, I go, oh, man.
Eddie Van Halen.
You whiffed on that. Eddie Van Halen, I'm like, I think you're doing all right, bro.
And he would be pumping gas in Oregon because that's an actual job.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oregon, specifically.
Game is Big Dummy, 844-999. Ola, who is our next contestant, ready to play the game.
Hello, Matthew. Welcome to the men's room.
Hold on, bitches.
All right, Matthew, you're sober or not sober?
I'm not so sober.
Welcome to the show, bro.
Go ahead.
Matthew, your partner for the rest of your life, they either have a stutter, a lisp, a hair lip, or they're cross-eyed. Which way are you going?
I'm down between cross-eyed and stutter. I used to stutter as a kid.
How did you get rid of it?
To that. I just, my stuttering problem is because I spoke way too fast. My brain tried to speak everything it was thinking before it could get the words out, and then it just starts stumbling on them. So I go speech therapy for like 3-4 years and play word games.
And since that point in time, the marijuana has slowed your brain down to the point where your mouth has been able to catch up?
Hey, thank God I discovered marijuana before Ritalin.
Good for you.
All right,
That's all right. So which one are you going to take?
Let's go with stuttering.
Stuttered it is. All right.
By the way, some more cross-eyed celebrities.
You can make fun of a cross-eyed person a lot more easier, though.
And they love it.
They don't seem to mind.
They encourage that kind of thing.
They really like to be
Hey,
made
they're
fun of.
cross-eyed. It don't matter. If they
Let's see. Marty Feldman. We covered Steve Buscemi, Renee Zellweger, Kristen Bell. She cross-eyed? Kristen Bell?
What if they have a convention?
What, the cross-eyed convention?
Yeah. I mean, they have a convention for everything. Like, and they have a
That's
day.
true.
They have a day for everything.
International Cross-eyed Day?
That's what I mean.
If they're cross-eyed, give them a hug?
Yeah.
Give them a pinch. You know, like St. Patty's Day. Ow! Sorry, I noticed you're cross-eyed. Happy cross-eyed Day.
Who did that? You or you?
All right, here's your question. Who is or was the longest living president ever at 93 years old?
Jimmy lived pretty long. Jimmy Carter?
No, it's David Copperfield.
George H.W. Bush.
Man, Jimmy Carter's, he's still alive.
Is he still alive? He is still alive.
Yes, he's still alive. Fox News reported him dead the other day. He's still alive.
But H-Dub, he is currently the oldest. And I love it. They break it down. It's like he's 93 and 165 days. Yeah, he's older than
Jimmy
man.
Carter, yeah.
Go figure.
Wasn't he the director of the CIA and all that for 5 years before he even did that? So
he was heavily involved.
He did everything before he even got to that point to be a vice president before being a president.
Jimmy Carter's eating peanuts and drinking his brother's beer. All right, multiple choice question for you. Columbia, Fairview, Mount Vernon, or Midway? What's the most common name for a city in the U.S.? Columbia, Mount Vernon.
I'll say Columbia.
Negative. I would have guessed Columbia myself. That is not it. Fairview, believe it or not.
Fairview.
I think when you get to middle America, like basically we get between, I'm going to say Ohio and probably, I don't know, Kansas, you're probably going to get a whole bunch of Fairviews. All right, we have another multiple choice question for you. Weezer, as in a band, their first gig ever was back in 1992 when they opened for which celebrity's band? Bruce Willis? 1992. It's Bruce Willis, Kevin Bacon, Russell Crowe, or Keanu Reeves?
Bruce Willis.
Again, that would have been my guess.
Keanu Reeves. Stardog? Was it the name of that?
Yeah, he was Stardog. Russell Crowe was, 100-odd grunt or something?
Bacon Brothers.
Bacon Brothers. I don't remember Bruce Willis's.
Bacon Brothers had a great song about their dog.
Bruce Willis was a bluesy name. He thought he was a blues.
Yeah, that's exactly
he could play harmonica.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that was it.
All right, question 4, Matthew.
Dang.
Another multiple choice question. Wyoming, New Hampshire, or Maine? What is the whitest state in America with 95% of the population? Wyoming, New Hampshire, or Maine? Oh, my.
You'd think it would be on the East Coast there, man. But I'm going to go with Wyoming. Oh, Cowboys.
Maine.
It's Maine. Again, I would have guessed Wyoming. I'm right there with you, man. I would have thought Wyoming for sure.
Maine.
Nobody lives in Wyoming either.
Yeah, but I figured like the 8 people that live there are white.
Hey,
that was
white. Yeah, in trailers.
Damn. All right, do us a favor, Matthew. Hang on the line for us, man. We'll get back to you on the other side.
Matthew, working on question number 5. Okay. Big Dummy is the game, 844-999. Ola, more your calls, more contestants on the way. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Head chef on the way, Ted's Meat, potatoes, American foods the rest of the world have yet to try. That is coming up right after emails in the Men's Room at mensroomlive.com. In the meantime, game is Big Dummy. If you'd like to be a contestant, 844-999. Ola, we have Matthew on the line, and Matthew is playing for Team Not Sober, and on question number 5.
All right, Matthew.
Bitches.
Hola. Let's go to the magical world of Disney. Now, employees at Disney parks, they're not allowed to point with just one finger because it can be seen as a negative gesture by people from other countries or cultures. So how many fingers do Disney employees point?
How many fingers does Mickey have?
I think it's 4. I think he's a 4-fingered freak.
4 then.
He's got... Doesn't Mickey have like 2 big fingers and a thumb?
Yeah, they 2. They 2
It is
point.
2. Yeah, they 2 point.
Yeah.
They 2 point. Everybody.
But I'm thinking about Mickey in his hand.
Right over there.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I'm saying 3 fingers. All right.
Big ones, don't he?
Hey, he's got 3 big ones and a thumb.
And a thumb. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I would have went with the Mickey hand. They should all have Mickey hands.
Dude, I used to have Mickey hands. They were awesome.
What, you like the actual hands?
Well, you could buy like a stuffed version of them. You put your hands in there.
Yeah, Mickey
and then
hands.
you have Mickey hands.
And you didn't know how many fingers you had?
Well, I'm trying to remember. I thought it was like this, but apparently...
You thought he's like all Vulcan.
like that.
Yeah, he's a
I've seen that
3-fingered.
before. Look out.
The tough part is when you put on the Mickey hands, you can't speak.
What?
Well, Mickey, when you meet him, he doesn't talk.
Mickey Mouse, if I go to Disney World and I meet Mickey frickin' Mouse, he does not talk.
No, it's a mascot.
Well, I know he's the mascot, but he's like the spokesperson for all of goddamn Disney.
But you can't break mascot code.
So,
What?
but don't the rest of them talk? Like Donald Duck, won't he quack at your ass, Goofy
No.
stuff. So none of them talk.
Well, the princesses can talk.
Yeah.
And
so
like,
wait, who can Simba talk, or is it?
I don't think any
Jesus
of them.
Christ, Thrill. You
Dude,
know
I
there's
don't
not a
know.
Simba. I've told you that for years. Don't get me
there's
fired
not a
up.
Simba.
There's not. Some of them can talk because their characters have like a human face. So if it's like a princess or a prince, they'll talk.
But if you look like an animal or whatever,
Right, like if you look like Donald Duck, Mickey Mouse, Winnie the Pooh, you're not talking.
really?
Yeah, I think Black Buzz Lightyear talked to me. I can't remember though.
Because he wasn't Buzz Lightyear, man.
Right.
That's part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And when
Well, it's
he-
like Miles went to West Virginia University, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Their mascot is
Mountaineer.
I was gonna say a redneck looking fella.
Yeah.
Right? But
A hillbilly.
he's a human, so he talks to you. But if you meet the Maryland Terrapin, it's a guy inside of a costume. He's not gonna talk.
does he ever go like?
Question 6, Matthew.
All right, question number 6. Needing only 2 hours of sleep, what large mammal needs the least amount of sleep?
Large mammal needs the least amount of sleep.
There's a couple of your mother jokes in there.
Large mammal. Whale?
Elephant. 2 hours to sleep. Huh? No wonder they're so grouchy.
Elephants never sleep because sleep is the cousin of death.
Ted is also known as Mr. Pick-Me-Up in the animal kingdom. God damn, man.
Lions hunt at night.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I wouldn't sleep much either. Ravioli, believe it or not, it's a plural term. So what's the word for one piece of ravioli?
Ravioli.
Ravii.
Oh, that's not a bad guess.
Raviolo.
Raviolo. Give me one raviolo.
Yes,
and that's
one
it.
raviolo.
I'm on a diet.
YOLO, your raviolo. YOLO.
25% of all the hazelnuts in the world are used to make what?
Nutella.
Oh!
You are correct, sir.
Oh, that was a great guess. I never would have got that one right. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Did you
what
hear
else
that
do you think hazelnuts?
they changed the recipe, but people lost their mind.
What did they change?
I don't know. I don't even know what's in there.
And was it
Either
something
way,
significant or just
I'm not really
They changed
sure.
something, but he's right. People went crazy.
had anyone tasted it yet, or were they upset because they said they're going
I
to
think
change the
they
recipe?
just said that they were going to change a couple of little things, and people lost their mind.
Before they even tasted it, they're already
I'm
mad.
pretty
about
sure
the
that's how
change.
that went down, but maybe not.
Like, come on,
I'm not
man.
sure.
Either way. People love their Nutella. Game is Big Dummy, 844-999. Ola, who is our next contestant, ready to play the game?
Hello, Bo. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, Bo, you sober or not sober?
Sober.
Sober, Bo, welcome to the show. All right, Bo, our men's room poll. For the rest of your life, your partner has a stutter, a lisp, a hair lift, or cross-eyed. Where are you going?
With all the celebrities, I got to go with the cross-eyed.
Okay, cross-eyed it is. Hang on there for just a second. We'll get to question one here after these stations get a chance to identify themselves.
Hola! The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.